Imagine a world where the voices of developing nations are heard loud and clear on the global stage. A world where countries like the Philippines, with its vibrant democracy and commitment to international cooperation, have a seat at the table where crucial decisions about peace and security are made. This is the vision driving the Philippines' ambitious campaign to secure a non-permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council for the 2027 to 2028 term. But can this Southeast Asian nation overcome the challenges and navigate the complexities of international diplomacy to achieve this goal? The Philippines' quest for a Security Council seat is not merely a matter of national pride. It is a bold statement about the country's determination to play a more active role in shaping the global agenda. For the Philippines, a seat on the Council represents an opportunity to champion the interests of developing countries, advocate for the peaceful resolution of conflicts, and promote a rules-based international order. It is a chance to contribute to a more just and equitable world where the voices of all nations are heard and respected. The stakes are high, and the path ahead is not without obstacles. The Philippines' campaign for a UN Security Council seat is more than just a diplomatic endeavor. It is a symbol of hope for a more inclusive and representative world order. The Security Council, tasked with maintaining international peace and security, has long been dominated by a select few powerful nations. The inclusion of a country like the Philippines, a vibrant democracy with a strong commitment to international cooperation, would inject a fresh perspective and a much-needed dose of diversity into the Council's deliberations. The Philippines' bid resonates with the growing calls for reform within the United Nations. Many countries, particularly those in the developing world, have long argued that the Security Council's composition no longer reflects the realities of the 21st century. They seek a more equitable distribution of power and influence within the UN system, one that gives a greater voice to countries that have been historically marginalized. The Philippines campaign embodies this aspiration for a more democratic and representative United Nations. The Philippines' candidacy is particularly significant given its strategic location in Southeast Asia, a region of growing geopolitical importance. The country's deep understanding of the region's dynamics, its commitment to peaceful resolution of disputes, and its experience in dealing with transnational challenges such as terrorism and climate change make it a valuable asset to the Security Council. The Philippines' presence on the Council would bring a much-needed focus on the security concerns of Southeast Asia and contribute to a more nuanced understanding of the region's complex challenges. The Philippines' bid for a Security Council seat is a testament to the country's growing stature on the world stage. It is a sign of the Philippines' confidence in its ability to contribute meaningfully to global governance and to champion the interests of developing countries. A successful campaign would not only enhance the Philippines' international standing but also inspire other nations to strive for a more inclusive and representative United Nations. It would be a victory for multilateralism and a step towards a more just and equitable world order. The Philippines boasts a long and proud history of engagement with the United Nations, a partnership rooted in a deep commitment to multilateralism and a belief in the power of collective action. From the very inception of the United Nations in 1945, the Philippines has been an active participant in the organization's various bodies and initiatives, consistently demonstrating its dedication to upholding the principles enshrined in the UN Charter. The Philippines' contributions to the United Nations are multifaceted, spanning across various areas of global concern. The country has been a steadfast advocate for peace and security, actively participating in peacekeeping missions around the world and contributing to efforts aimed at resolving conflicts through diplomacy and dialogue. The Philippines has also been a strong supporter of sustainable development, promoting initiatives aimed at eradicating poverty, improving access to education and healthcare, and addressing the challenges posed by climate change. The Philippines' commitment to the United Nations is not merely rhetorical. It is manifested through concrete actions and a willingness to shoulder responsibility within the organization. The country has served on numerous UN bodies, including the Economic and Social Council, the Human Rights Council, and the Commission on the Status of Women, demonstrating its willingness to contribute to the full spectrum of the UN's work. The Philippines has also actively participated in major UN conferences and summits, contributing to the formulation of global agendas on issues such as sustainable development, climate change, and disarmament. The Philippines' enduring partnership with the United Nations underscores the country's unwavering belief in the importance of international cooperation. The Philippines' campaign for a Security Council seat is a natural extension of this commitment, a testament to the country's desire to play an even more active role in shaping the global agenda. A successful bid would not only elevate the Philippines' international standing, but also serve as a powerful symbol of the country's dedication to the principles of multilateralism and its enduring faith in the United Nations as a force for good in the world. The Philippines' journey towards securing a non-permanent seat on the UN Security Council is a complex and multifaceted endeavor, requiring strategic planning, deft diplomacy, and the ability to navigate the intricate web of international relations. The campaign is not merely about garnering votes, but also about building consensus, forging alliances, and articulating a compelling vision for the Philippines' role on the Council. One of the key challenges facing the Philippines is the competitive nature of the election process. The country faces competition from other nations vying for the same seat, each with its own set of strengths and diplomatic strategies. The Philippines must effectively communicate its unique qualifications and its vision for contributing to the Council's work in a way that resonates with the broader UN membership. This requires a nuanced understanding of the priorities and concerns of other member states and a diplomatic approach that emphasizes collaboration and shared interests. The Philippines' campaign strategy hinges on leveraging its existing diplomatic relationships and forging new partnerships. The country has strong ties with many nations across the globe, built on a foundation of shared values, economic cooperation, and cultural exchange. The Philippines must effectively engage with these partners, highlighting its commitment to multilateralism and its potential role as a bridge builder within the Security Council. The campaign also presents an opportunity to cultivate new relationships with countries that share the Philippines' vision for a more inclusive and representative UN system. The Philippines' path to the Security Council is not without obstacles. The country must contend with geopolitical realities, navigate complex regional dynamics, and address potential concerns from other member states. The campaign requires a delicate balancing act, ensuring that the Philippines' interests are effectively represented while also demonstrating a commitment to the broader goals of the United Nations. Ultimately, the success of the Philippines' bid hinges on its ability to articulate a clear and compelling vision for its role on the Security Council, one that resonates with the aspirations of a global community seeking a more peaceful and prosperous future. The Philippines' pursuit of a UN Security Council seat carries profound implications for global peace and security, promising to amplify the voices of vulnerable nations and champion a more inclusive approach to addressing international challenges. The Philippines' unique perspective, shaped by its own experiences as a developing country grappling with complex security issues, would bring a fresh and much-needed perspective to the Council's deliberations. The Philippines' potential impact on the Security Council lies in its ability to advocate for a more people-centered approach to peace and security. The country's own history of democratic governance, its commitment to human rights, and its experience in dealing with internal conflicts provide valuable insights into the root causes of instability and the importance of addressing grievances through dialogue and reconciliation. The Philippines' presence on the Council would serve as a reminder that sustainable peace requires not only military solutions, but also a focus on human development, poverty eradication, and the promotion of social justice. The Philippines' candidacy is particularly significant given its strategic location in Southeast Asia, a region grappling with a range of security challenges, including territorial disputes, transnational crime, and the threat of terrorism. The Philippines' deep understanding of the region's dynamics, its commitment to peaceful resolution of disputes, and its experience in building regional cooperation make it uniquely qualified to contribute to the Council's efforts to maintain stability in Southeast Asia. The Philippines' presence on the Council would bring a much-needed focus on the security concerns of the region and contribute to a more nuanced understanding of the complex challenges facing Southeast Asian nations. The Philippines' potential impact on global peace and security extends beyond its regional expertise. The country's strong advocacy for multilateralism, its commitment to international law, and its history of active participation in UN peacekeeping missions make it a valuable asset in addressing global security challenges. the Philippines' presence on the Council would strengthen the voice of developing countries in shaping the global security agenda, advocating for a more equitable and inclusive approach to addressing conflicts and promoting a rules-based international order. The Philippines' campaign for a UN Security Council seat is a microcosm of a larger debate about the future of global governance and the need for a more representative and effective United Nations. The Security Council, tasked with maintaining international peace and security, has long been criticized for its undemocratic structure and the disproportionate power wielded by its permanent members. The Philippines' bid, along with similar efforts by other developing countries, represents a push for a more inclusive and equitable distribution of power within the UN system. The Philippines' campaign reflects a growing recognition that the current structure of the Security Council no longer reflects the realities of the 21st century. The world has undergone profound transformations since the UN's founding in 1945, with the rise of new centers of power, the emergence of transnational challenges such as climate change and terrorism, and the growing aspirations of developing countries for a greater voice in global affairs. The Philippines' bid embodies this desire for a more democratic and representative United Nations, one that is better equipped to respond to the complex challenges of the contemporary world. The Philippines' candidacy is a testament to the growing influence of developing countries in shaping the global agenda. The country's bid is not merely about securing a seat on the Security Council, but also about advocating for a more inclusive and equitable approach to global governance. The Philippines campaign highlights the importance of multilateralism, the need for a rules-based international order, and the imperative of addressing global challenges through collective action. A successful bid would not only enhance the Philippines' international standing, but also inspire other developing nations to strive for a more prominent role in shaping the future of the United Nations. The Philippines' journey towards the Security Council is a symbol of hope for a more just and equitable world order, one where the voices of all nations are heard and respected. The campaign represents a step towards a more democratic and representative United Nations, a UN that is better equipped to address the complex challenges of the 21st century. The Philippines' bid is a reminder that even nations outside the traditional centers of power can contribute meaningfully to shaping a more peaceful and prosperous world, advocating for a future where global governance is truly reflective of the diversity and aspirations of the global community. Join us in supporting the Philippines' bid for a UN Security Council seat. Together, we can advocate for a more inclusive and representative United Nations. Share this video, spread the word, and let your voice be heard in this crucial campaign for global equity and justice.